and watch through this recording today, because today's session is not a coding session, but it's rather more of a get to know you session, more of a ice-breaking session, more of a session where we understand what Sigma School is all about, understand what are your goals, and also really to try and keep it casual and to keep it very engaging. So thank you so much, guys, for all switching on your videos without needing me to ask. I think that's a very good gesture from this batch. Some batches they don't on their videos, I have to ask for it. So it's very good, right? I want to keep it engaging, and that's the core of Sigma School. You don't want to be learning alone. You want to be learning with a group of friends, get to know each other, right? And I know some of you here are not from KL. Some of you here are from like outside, of KL, and that would make it a little bit more difficult to meet up. But no worries, we will, of course, once you meet up and break the ice, things will get a lot smoother, right? So without further ado, I'm going to start my session today, right? If everyone's okay, just have me drop a little thumbs up or something like that. If everyone's ready. But no one can put a the hands up icon. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, cool. So awesome. I see everyone putting their hands up. That's amazing. Love it. Okay, so before I start officially, maybe I can start with a few questions. How many of you here, right, you guys know how to code? Like, you guys have some coding experience?
Let's see.
Just click on that. Okay. Wait, so I see 5 people who raised their hands. Does that mean 5 of you have coding experience? Okay, wait, Derek, no. Derek, yes or no? What are you doing?
No, sort of.
Sort of.
I don't know if I'm qualified to say that because I was in the Hacker Collective group for a while, and then I was in and out,
Okay,
and then sometimes I just code for fun.
Okay, so how many of you here are looking to learn to code to do your own startup, like own startup, not a job? Let's make it very clear. Building your own startup and getting a job are 2 different things, and it requires 2 different skill sets. I am very passionate in both, but it's just for me to get to know your goals better. Build startup one. How many? You can only choose one, by the way. For now, of course. Zubair, amazing. So we have one guy, and I'm assuming everyone else get a job. Can I see who's here to get a job? Amazing. Okay, when it comes to jobs, let's remove the hands again. Who here is looking for remote kind of job, specifically remote? Okay, those who don't raise, I'm assuming you don't mind, right? As long as you break into the industry. Thank you for sharing, guys. I think it's just more of a primer that I like to ask to know the audience that I'm speaking to and to understand, what are the things that would appeal to you guys the most. And I can see that this group is primarily looking for jobs. Okay, that's cool. So let's move on. Okay, so for today's session, it's like I mentioned, it's not a coding session, so don't worry. All the setup, all the environment and all that, setting up your coding environment, those are not done today. We will not be covering any of that today. It's about mind setting. Today is about welcoming you guys. Today is about talking, getting to know each other. And I think that is the more important part, because the technical details we can always cover that later. And coding is a long journey, right? One session, let's say I spent today 1 hour to talk to you about how to code. There's only so much you can cover. But with this 1 hour, I can instill to you the mindset behind Sigma School and my thought process when it comes to learning to code and understanding how you can do it 10 times faster than everyone else. All right, and that's why we're going to go through it and also talk about what are the hard parts, easy parts, which part should you focus on, which part should you just forgo and just move on, right? So yeah, to back to the point, we're going to talk about all this stuff here. Let's take a look at the slides. All right, so I'm going to start by saying that this is different. Why this is different is because we are not running on theoretical concepts. I want to make this very clear to each and every one of you here, right? That Sigma School, yes, we do cover theory, but if you compare the theory that we cover relative to universities, it's going to be very little. So if anyone of you here is here for theoretical stuff, I think you may be at the wrong place. I want to set the tone very clear first, right? We are very focused on building real-world software projects, whatever it takes, because I realized that, I think you guys should know as well by now that software and technology changes very, 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 very fast. Every single month, every few months, there's a new technology that allows you to abstract up and do things better, faster, cheaper. And if you can do things better, faster, cheaper, which you absolutely can, right, with the tech stack that we introduce you, or rather, instead of us teaching you, instead of us giving you the fish, telling you, okay, this is what you should learn, we're going to give you the mindset you need to learn what you need to know on the job. And I can tell you now that the tech stack that we will be covering is very powerful. Like you, one guy, you're gonna speed up backend development by like 3 times, right? So we run Sigma School, and I also run Sigma Labs, which is a software company. We do software projects and that kind of things, right? 6-7 figure kind of thing, which you guys will eventually get there as well once you combine business with tech, right? I want you guys to show me how many of you here. Okay, maybe not a show of hands, but how about write in the comments? Just guess our software team. How many are front end and how many are back end? Why don't you guys do it now? And then please participate, because I have an there's something I want to share from this. How many in my team is front end developers and how many in the team are back end developers? So FYI, front end will be the guys doing the design of the website, making sure the APIs are called well. Back end is the guys who build the databases, the deployment, the kind of thing, the security. So yeah, take a guess, guys. Take a guess. Write in the comments. Just a wild guess. What do you think? So just imagine you're building an app like Grab. You're building Grab. How many developers do I have to build a software like this are in the front end team, and how many are in the back end team? And let's say I have 10 developers now. No, I have 10 only, right? So yeah, I think that's the proportion. Okay. So Chris is saying 30% front end, 70% back end. Anyone else? Let's get 5 answers. Azim is saying there's 7 front end and 15 back end. All right, come on, guys. No shame, man. Just blast it. Guess, just guess. Come on, guys. Just write it out. Just write it out. 7 back end, 3 front end. 2 more. 2 more. One more. Okay, so for those of you who just joined, I was asking the team to guess what's the team proportions like in my current software team of like 10 to 12 people, right? What's the proportions like? And right now, Chris guessed there's 30% in front end, 70% back end. Hazim guessed there's 7 front end, 15 back end. So, right, I think no one is gonna try anymore. I don't know why you guys are trying. Okay, oh yeah, there we go. Tara tried. Okay, so let me tell you the answer. In our team now, we are so like I think just based on your answers here, right? I can see that there's a clear trend that people think that they are more back-end developers. Is that correct? Just based on the answers over here. 4-7, 3-7, 7-15, saying 4-10, 50-50, right? So people in general think that they are more back-end developers. But let me tell you now, in our team of 10 developers, we have 9 front-end developers and 1 back-end developer. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that crazy? Do you know why that's happening? That's happening because our backend development is so freaking fast now that one guy can do the role of like 5 guys. Because everything is abstracted using all the tools and the technology stacks that we found. And we will be covering this stuff throughout the course as well. Of course, these are all tools, and tools come and go. But at the end of the day, a good developer needs to know how to find these tools. Because if you have these tools, it will help you speed things up. You can do things better, faster, and companies will hire you. Does that make sense? And that's why we're so confident of getting our team hired, because I spoke to people who worked in Microsoft, in AirAsia, in even Google, right? I'm not saying they're bad. They're good. Of course, they're good. They're getting well paid, very, very well paid. But the thing is, they're so focused on the one little thing, one task. So like imagine Grab as a full system. That's like log in, log out, there's commenting features, there's placing a booking. A big system like this, if you're only focused on one small thing, you don't have time to explore innovations or other things. You're limited to the constraints of the company, right? If this is all confusing to you, don't worry. My point here is that understanding different technology stacks and building on different projects allows us to innovate faster. And for those of you who just joined, I was sharing to them that we don't cover a lot of theory. The course that we are doing today, we're very focused on building real-world projects and understanding what it takes to build cheaper, better, faster. It's straight up real world stuff, the things that will get you paid. That's what we're focusing on, not theory, right? Theory is something that you learn later on once you start getting a job. And that's our motto. And yeah, I believe you should be aligned on that. So let's move on. Okay, so this is just some of our hiring partners and some of our projects that we've worked on in the past that has paid us money. All right, so like I mentioned just now, today is more of a self-introduction session, get to know each other session. I want each and every one of you to get to know each other, share about yourself in like 1 minute, 1 minute each, right? But I'm gonna start first, right? Before we start, so I can just get the ball rolling. So hi everybody, it's my pleasure being here, and I really appreciate all of you for putting the trust in us. We're still very new. Sigma School is very new. It's my brainchild. So I'm going to spend 2-3 minutes to talk to you guys a little bit about why I started Sigma School, who am I, why this is a good decision that you're making now, working with me, why I'm very thankful, and why I need all of you guys to grow Sigma School with me. Because without you guys, Sigma School is nothing, right? So I'm Derek. My name is Derek. I'm 25 years old this year. So I graduated with a degree in finance. This was 3 to 4 years ago. And I went to venture capital. So what I did in venture capital was basically I was the finance guy, running financial models, investing in startups, talking to people, understanding, oh, how can I invest in this and make a lot of money, that kind of thing. I enjoyed it, but ultimately, I think for me, I was more of the kind of guy who I want to be on the field, getting down and dirty, right? Making sure that I can build a business from scratch. So this story is one that I share with a lot of people, but I think that you guys should know as well. It's for me, the turning point behind why I started Sigma School, why I went into technology was, there was one time I went to a venture capital networking event where we had investors, business people, and tech people. Back then, this was 3 to 4 years ago, I was still very much a business guy in the finance venture capital side of things. And what happened was, in that event, right, everyone had to stick up a tag, like a tag. You had to wear a tag on your shoulder, right? And depending on the role, you had a different color of the tag. So I forgot what color it was. Just give an example now: orange for VC, the investors, blue for the business people, and maybe green for the tech people. And I can tell you there and then, right, I saw the significant difference in the ratio. The number of business people to the number of tech people was like 1 to 7. Like 7 business guys were surrounding one tech person to back that guy, to give him money to build his startup for him. And that's when I realized, wow, that's crazy. Just the demand and supply itself, right, tells you that there's an opportunity here. Second story, I then got to know a guy over there. I can't believe I've forgotten his name, but this guy, he is a solo founder, one guy in his bedroom building a startup. His startup is netting 100,000 ringgit in profit every single month, and he's not even working anymore because he built a video streaming software that, for some reason, he managed to build it, launch it, and he was one of the early birds in the market, and people are using his service, his tool, 100K per month profit, don't have to do anything. So I asked myself, how many businesses out there can you actually do this kind of thing, right? And I asked myself, how can you then scale it, right? Because this guy doesn't stop at 100K profit. He continued growing it. What's stopping him from growing more and more and more, right? And I asked myself this a lot of times, and at the end of the day, I realized the only way to do this is software. Software allows you to build it once and scale it. Doesn't matter where you are, in Germany, in Pakistan, wherever you are, you can scale it just like that, right? So software is the skill that allows you to do that. And I tried to build a lot of my own, my own software, my own startup. I spent so much money. To date, I probably burned around 800K just on building software. Why? Because previously I didn't have the skills. I didn't know what's important to building software. I trusted people. I got scammed. I got burned. Agencies scam my money. That kind of thing. All this nonsense happened, and at some point I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to learn to code myself. So this was 3 years ago. I learned to code myself. I quit my job. Was completely broke. Moved in back to my family. Stayed with my family. I had a decent job as a fresh grad. Last time was paying me almost 6K as a fresh grad, so I was pretty good. I left that job and I was staying at home learning to code. 8 months in, no income, very stressed out. But one thing happened. My computer science friend who studied in university reached out to me and told me to coach him and teach him how to code, right? And I'm like, what the hell? You graduated your CS degree and you got a first class honors, but you're telling me now that you cannot solve your interview with an XYZ company? He was like, yeah, he does not. He can't solve the algorithm. So he reached out to me and I helped him, and he actually paid me for it. And I was like, okay, this is an interesting angle to monetize my skill sets while learning to code myself. So I started coaching more people, and that's how I made a small income over there. And that's how I gained my confidence. Because imagine 8 months of learning to code yourself. We didn't have a group like this. I didn't have this. I was just doing all on my own. No friends, no mentors, nothing, just on my own, right? It's possible, by the way, but I gave up a lot of time. So I'm not gonna go through the details today, but I can maybe in another session with you guys, I talk to you about how scary it was, how many times I gave up. But long story short, then I landed projects. The first project, so this is after 8 months. On the 9th month itself, I was like, you know what? I need to start going out there, start getting jobs. But something in me told me that I didn't want to just get jobs, because with my skills, I could start landing projects for myself. So the first project I got was 10,000 ringgit. The second one was 50K, and the third one was 200K. All happened in 1 month after 8 months of learning to code myself. Of course, I'm not going to say coding itself got me all these contacts or all these projects. No, it was not. It was a mix of coding and everything else that I've learned, connections, business, marketing, I combine everything. But fundamentally, without the understanding in software, I wouldn't be able to close those projects. And I'm not saying 200K is a lot, right? To some of you, it may be very little, but it was a very meaningful starting point for me. This was 3 years ago. But obviously, today I'm closing 7-figure projects, and I hope to aim for higher, right? So, and that's when it hit me further, because when I landed that 200K project, it was impossible for me to do it myself. Just myself, impossible. It's not possible. It's a big freaking marketplace app. I couldn't do it myself. And they wanted it done in 3 to 4 months. I could never get it done myself. Started hiring people. And that's when it hit me even harder. Out of, I think to date, I've interviewed over 200-300 people to date. Computer science fresh grads, I pay them around 4.5K ringgit. I can tell you now, 90% of them can't even solve the algorithms that I was solving when I was like around 6 months in learning myself. And you guys will be doing those algorithms as well. 90% of them can't solve simple algorithm challenges. And I'm like, how are you going to get a job? So the first guy I hired, paid him 4.5K. He couldn't do anything. Anything that you're learning today, right? The Vue.js stack, the SQL, the algorithm challenges, he couldn't do any of that. But I still had to hire him because, you know, he's a CS grad and I thought he would be easy to train. So I trained him up in 6 months. He was very good. He became very, very good. And in 6 months, he got poached by a Singaporean company, paying him 4.5K Sing. Then I'm like, wow. Malaysia, we are in this infinite loop of training people up and then someone else just taking them from you. So I was like, okay, if this is the problem, Malaysia is in trouble. Because everyone who gets, you know, slightly better will get poached away. So that's why I started Sigma School. I'm like, you know what? I need to increase the talent pool in Malaysia. I know there's a lot of people who want to learn to code. I know that CS degree students are not performing well enough. So how can we do it better? And that's why I got into Sigma School, and here we are today, right? And we're still at the very first phase of our launch, and I'm really happy to have you guys support now. So enough about me. I think that's way more than 2 minutes that I promised. It's like 5 minutes, but I hope that gave you a good understanding of who I am, what are my goals, what's my background, and why am I doing this when I can be doing anything before, right? So, okay, so let's go back to the slide before this, and I want to get to know each and every one of you here. I'm going to stop talking. I want you guys to talk, right? Spend 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, just talk to us, let your team, because this is a collaborative learning model, Sigma School. We learn with our friends. So peer learning is a very important aspect in Sigma School, and I think it's good now to take this 1 minute to learn how to pitch yourself. Pitch yourself as an individual, pitch yourself as a friend, pitch yourself as a coding partner. Get people to know who you are. Make it memorable, right? And get some context, right? It's always nicer when, let's say, there's A and B, right? A is an accountant, B is an accountant. A and B also, went through the same audit lifestyle. A and B now quit their job and learn coding together. These two people will always support each other a lot stronger. So it's always nice to find, obviously if it doesn't match, it's okay. But if it's possible, try and pitch something unique about yourself that hopefully someone can match with, right? So yeah, without further ado, let's move on. I'm going to start calling out names and then you guys can take turns, yeah? Okay, so let's start with Ken. You're at the top of my list now. Let's go. Just these few points on the screen. I can't hear you, Ken.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
My name is Ken. I'm from KL. As for an educational background, I'm graduated last year as a psychology graduate, but after working for about almost half a year in the HR industry as an in-house recruiter, I felt like something just wasn't quite right for me, like this whole service thingy. And then that's when I got the idea from a friend who's currently doing coding right now, who's been telling me, he's currently working now and he's telling me what the job is like. I was like, oh, this is quite interesting. So as for end goal from coding is to, do what that guy is kind of doing also and enjoy my job. And as for why I joined this school, because when I read through some Facebook posts, I saw this and then I thought, okay, this is at least more reliable than going to college again for another 4 years. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I hope to see you soon. And you're one of them who signed up for the physical on-site bootcamp, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. There's another guy here. His name is Derek Eldridge. You're gonna see him talking as well. You're gonna be seeing him there as well. And Chris as well will be there as well in the physical one, right? So okay, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, since Eldrick is talking already, Eldrick, why don't you go next?
I'm Eldridge. I think I'm probably one of those non-technical, from the non-technical background. So to sum it up, I'm basically a musician, and I've been in the industry for like almost 10 years. So I've done all of it, from lecturing, playing in orchestra, on an international school, all these kind of things. Why I code? It's because of Hackers Collective. That's how I started, but it was on and off. Um, and then now I felt like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should give it a try again.
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
but I want like the physical experience. That's why
Amazing.
I asked Derek for the on-site.
Yes. Amazing. Thank you so much, Eldridge. I really look forward to start seeing you a lot more often. And like for me, my dream is to build a hacker community, right? The whole hacker collective thing that Eldridge was talking about. My really strong dream is I feel like Malaysia, there's not enough innovations. Or maybe, you know, successful people just stay successful themselves. We don't really see people who are in the journey, right? That's why I think this whole thing that about physical and all that is I want to be able to involve you guys in our journey and grow together with us. Like, we're still very, 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 very small today. And I want you guys to be part of our journey and grow together with us and where we all win together. Right. So thank you, Eldridge, and hopefully I can see you soon. And hopefully you can find a way to combine music with with coding. That would be really interesting. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Tara. Hello.
Hello. Of course, my name is Tara. I'm from KL. My background, professional, I'm a creative designer. So why am I learning coding? Mainly because I want to just up my skills. Right now I'm doing quite a lot for designing. I do more than just a digital. I do traditional designing too. I also do web designs, but I just always give the designs to the coders and they do the thing. And sometimes I wonder how does it feel if I do myself. It's kind of how it is. I don't know how to explain this, but it kind of feels sad because I designed the thing and then they take all the credit because they code. So for that base itself, I want to learn something new and also to up my in a career ladder in the future.
Amazing. Tara, are you a senior designer or a junior designer?
A junior, because I took a gap year, and I joined fresh last year. So that's why I'm still junior compared to my fellow friends.
Got it. We will also be covering some UI UX throughout the course. So I think that would be really helpful if we can merge those two skills, because I think there are a lot of designers today, but a designer who's able to code, I can tell you the value is immense. Right. So okay, thank you, Tara, and I look forward to working with you. Zubair, I think you can put your hand down now, Zubair. your hand still raised in the Google Meet. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me now?
Oh, you're very soft, Zubair. Very soft.
Sorry, my mic is. Hello, can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Zubair Jamil. I'm 31 years old. I'm born and raised in Kuala Terengganu, but now I'm living in my dad's hometown in Kajang. So my background is in medicine. So I tried that, but it doesn't work out for me. First day on the job, immediately regret it. And so I tried other things. I tried during 2000 in the pandemic. I tried masters in informatics, but doesn't work out as well because it just so managerial type. It's not technical type that I'm completely misunderstood any of it. So that's why the story of how I'm into coding is actually it's when I go to my cousin's convo he's in computer science, but now he's on KL at Stapa doing software engineering. So I talk with him about coding. So yeah, I think what he says kind of resonate with me. So I'm learning by myself for a while, but I couldn't make sense of it in myself. So I tried searching for, bootcamp and other tutorials, but I still cannot, I still need that structure. So one day I found out from you guys in, I think, Facebook So I kind of go through with it, and
Amazing.
yeah, I think it's working for me. Then
Amazing.
yeah,
What have you started learning already on the platform?
I've done the coding basic experience.
Just basics lah. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you find it? Is it easy to understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very easy.
Okay, what was your biggest pain point when you were learning yourself last time? The
I
biggest
think-
issue.
I think it's because I'm the kind who reads, and I don't know where to stop. You know,
I
when
got
you
it.
go,
Understand.
yeah,
Too many things, basically.
yeah, too many
All
things.
over the
I don't know what should I read and what should I withhold for now.
Okay.
So I think I
awesome.
need that from you guys. Yes.
Okay, amazing. Thank you, Zubair. And that's good. All of you, please let me know your pain points so we can try and solve it, like deep dive and solve it for you guys. Awesome. Thank you, Zubair. And you're in KL, right, Zubair?
In Kajang.
Okay, amazing. Okay, let's go to the Hazim. You're next. Thank you, Zubair.
Hi everyone. So my name is Hazim. I am from Klang, Selangor. So basically, I'm graduate from chemical engineering. I already have 2 years experience, and then when I'm start searching for the coding job, and then I see that between coding and engineering is the coding is more work-life balance compared to the engineering. So that's why I want to start learning coding. Then I found that the Sigma, my problem is I'm same with Zubai. I also learn coding before this, and then I don't have the direction where I want to start the coding, the learning. So I stopped there until 1 month. I find the Sigma and then I subscribe. So the end goal is I want to be a coder, of course, because I already resigned as the engineer. And then why I did join the Sigma, because Sigma give me the direction where I need to start, which I need to learn. So it's easy for me. I think.
Amazing, Hazim. Thank you so much. And yes, that is one of the many value adds that we were trying to provide. And over time, as you can see more pain points that we're not solving, let us know. We're always open to discuss how can we fix this. I'm on the ground, I'm on the field with you guys, right? Whenever you have comments or feedbacks, you don't have to go through like 10 layers to get to me. Just give me a call to Derek. I think this can be improved. I need some help here. I'm gonna make some changes to help you guys, right? And yeah, Hazim, are you doing it full time?
Yes, for now, yes. But right now I already start with the JavaScript, so it's hard for
Okay.
me to.
Yeah, I understand.
learning,
It is hard. Don't give up though. But we get that later. Let's talk about it later. And
Alright.
yeah, for everyone else, for those who have introduced yourself, can you please write in the chat, are you doing it full time or part time? And for everyone else after this, just also include, tell us if you're doing it full time or part time. If part time, tell us how many hours per day. Okay. So yeah, next up, let's go to Chris.
Well, test mic, you guys can hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, hi guys, I'm Chris. I come from Sabah, but I've been staying in KL for a few. Before KL, I stayed in Johor for a few years already because my family moved there, and then I pursue my study in mechatronic engineering. I actually just graduated last year. Just graduated last year, and for after I graduated, I actually didn't go to any engineering job because okay, hi Aldrich. Okay, so all right, so yeah, so because oh sorry, where was I? Okay, so I didn't go to any engineering job straight away because there are some things going on that requires me to most probably need to have some times off. Some of them requires me to go back hometown now. So if I straight away go into a job, get a full-time job in engineering, in engineering field, it's most probably harder for me to apply leave because I just started. And then the second thing is because based on my research, the average pay for fresh grad engineer in Malaysia is sadly low lah. I might as well just go straight away work in a restaurant and get the similar pay job.
Really? How much is it?
Okay, let's just put one simple number. It's 2.5K average lah. Of course, there are more to higher end one lah. There are more higher end one, but similar. And then some of those company even offer like just 1.8K for a fresh grad degree engineer. So it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. And based on my experience interning during my uni time, the work was great. I love it. It was on-site job, but the hour is not really.
How was the hours like?
It's usually if it's project based, usually they will try to finish the task for the day as soon as they can, as fast as possible. But most of the time it's always more than 8 hours per day lah. Some more usually a lot of project sites is a bit further outside KL lor.
Understand?
Yeah, so, okay. So that's one thing. And then since I graduated from mechatronic engineering, I do have quite some experience in programming lah. I've used Python, I've used C++, which is the basic for all engineering student usually lah. C++, and also some other not very famous programming language like assembly language or Lua, if any of you guys ever heard of it. So then one of my classmates, this is after I graduated lah, while I was just doing some part-time job here and there. One of my classmates actually joined Sigma School, and he did introduce me about Sigma School. But at first I was a bit reluctant. Then after that, one thing that attracted me is that when he told me about the remote work thing lah. Apparently it's quite, maybe I don't know much about it, but apparently it's very odd. It's like a trending thing even in Malaysia also, because I thought it's just overseas thing, but apparently in Malaysia also, in tech industry, remote job is more and more mainstream nowadays. So that's what attracted me also. So yeah,
Awesome.
that's how it got.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Chris, for your
Yeah.
sharing. I'm sure there's a lot we can learn from you, and I hope to see you very soon.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's move on. Afiq.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can.
So hello everyone, my name is Imam Afiq. I'm from Besut, Terengganu, and I also graduate last year in civil engineering. So I have already experienced the site work as a civil engineer, but like everyone else, it's not quite right for me yet. So, and this time is during monsoon time, right? So flooding. So the progress at the construction work is delayed. So it's kind of boring for me. And when I think back, it's not quite occupation for me, because I'm more to desk work, and I like to doing thing with software. During my study, I also like using software. So while doing for another job, I found the software engineering, but doing the civil software. So yes, I like to learn more about coding to benefit the civil engineer industry. And then I think I need to learn first about the coding, so I can get two words. I can approach two words: civil engineer and also software. So I think this is the right time. So and then I search for the bootcamp, right? Whichever education institution that give the more benefit to me, and then I found Sigma in Instagram. So that's why I choose Sigma.
Thank you. By the way, Afiq, you look a lot like there's this Malay programmer in Singapore. I think his name is Haris. Don't know if you know her. He's a programmer. He teaches mobile app development only. Haris. I'm doing a podcast with him very soon. I'll definitely invite you on board to watch it. Yeah, you guys look very similar, but no worries.
Mobile app, okay.
Mobile developer, correct.
Okay.
And
Okay,
we will be covering as well. We will be covering mobile app as well. So awesome. Thank you, Afiq.
Okay.
Let's move on to Jasper. Hello, Jasper.
Hello, hi everyone. I'm Jasper. So I'm at Ampang, and my background is from mechanical engineering. So I've been doing engineering for 5 years in the industry, air conditioning industry. So I felt like this is a very stagnant because very mature. So I have friends that went to boot camps and learned coding, but then they not all of them were able to like get a job in the coding. So that's why what attracted me to join Sigma School is it's a guaranteed job that we can get a job with this Sigma School. So yeah, that's why I joined, and my end goal will be to be able to switch careers eventually from this, and I'll be doing part time for now. Part time, yes.
Awesome. How many hours?
About 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day. Weekends maybe you can have longer.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you, Jasper. And I think we have last one will be Xin Yi and her brother. I think it was Raiden, was it? Raven. Oh, they wrote a very long message. You guys can read. Yeah, basically just have a read about it. And awesome, man. In our 20s, very nice. Both in KL, working as more management and one about coding. Awesome. Thank you so much, Xin. Looking forward to have you with us. Okay, cool. Oh, it seems like Xin is the only female in this batch. Usually we usually. Oh, and Tara, yes, Tara and Xin. Sorry. Usually the ratio is very bad, lah. Look at this, Xin and Tara. There's actually one more girl. What? Her name is Sabrina. She is.
I'm very quiet, but I'm still a very big person. You guys can see me.
My apologies, Tara. I'm sorry. I couldn't because couldn't fit the camera in my Google. But yes, hi Tara. So it's good. At least now we have a few, right? There's one more girl. Her name is Sabrina. She'll be joining later because I think she's on the road or something like that. But see, the ratio is always so bad with programmers. We need more females, man. Females who learn to code, you will stand out for sure. You will stand out. Okay. So yeah, okay, guys. Thank you so much for sharing. Did I miss anyone? If I did, please let me know because somehow I can't see all the cameras on the side on my screen. But I think I might have covered. I should have covered everybody. So let's move on. Thank you so much again, guys, for sharing. And I'm sure over the months, we'll get to know each other a lot better. A lot better. So this is just something I want to cover very, very quickly. Okay. This is what we say when we say you learn by building projects. Like, there's not enough space to fit everything here. There will be more projects as well. For now, this is a good start, right? Over time, we will be adding more and more and more. Maybe in the future, data science stuff. In the very near future, we're going to start doing Tara. This will be good for you as well, right? UI, UX and stuff. We will be adding in a lot of UI, UX projects. We'll be adding in data science, machine learning, Web3 development. These are all things that we will be adding in eventually. Oh, Eldrick, yes.
Oh yeah, I have one question. Actually, I did the Google data analytics thing. I finished it.
Okay.
But there were like no internship for me to even do anything. So I'm not sure if that is applicable in the future.
Understand. So the realities with like data analytics and data science is the number of roles are a lot lesser compared to software developers. So to give you a quick example, if you guys are keen to know, just imagine building a software. Imagine building Netflix, for example. Example only lah. Okay. When it comes to building Netflix, you're gonna need the front end guy to obviously build the front end. You need a back end guy to have the databases, the store the videos, deploy it somewhere, making sure it's secure. This itself needs a lot of people already, right? Where does data science come in? It probably comes in only in a segment where it says, okay, which video to recommend. That's it, right? Yes, it's important, but I would argue that Netflix would have continued running with or without this. You know what I'm saying, right? So I don't know if that's a good example, but the point here is there are a lot more software engineering jobs rather than data analytics job. And if you can combine both, Eldrick, then that's where it makes you powerful. If all you do is data analytics, somewhat capped, because a lot of people know some data analytics and companies don't need that many people. So yeah, it's good that you know it. It's good that you know it. Don't get it wrong way. Yeah, combine it. It's really about combining it. And that's why we choose to cover software and web development, because software development is the root of everything. You need to learn by understanding computational thinking, solving algorithms. That's the hardest part, by the way. I think most people, you guys here included, will get very stressed out. I think Hazim was saying that he was stuck there. Was it Hazim? Yeah. He was stuck in the algorithm section. It's very hard. That's the hardest part. But once you get past that, right, everything else is easy. Trust me on this. Really trust me on this. Okay. So don't give up. Like that very scary part happens somewhere here. So once you pass this, everything after this will be a breeze. Trust me, it will be a breeze. Okay. So yeah, and let me just say again, like, you know, we are covering a lot of real projects that to just show you how, okay, it's actually not that scary. Forget all the fancy stuff that computer science degree teaches you. Those are important, don't get me wrong, but those are not things that gets you the initial jobs first. You can learn that later on, right? I want you guys to see, because I know so many people who actually was interested in IT. They went into it, then they lost interest and they dropped out. You know what I'm saying? The university made them lose the interest, and that's the last thing I want to happen to you guys. I want you guys to keep that interest. That's why I want you guys to always be building things that you can see. That, wow, okay, so even I, a guy who's just learning for 300 hours, I can build Spotify myself. Wow, you know what I'm saying? I want you guys to get that sense of accomplishment, of progress, right? And that's why we included this stuff. Yes, some people will say that these are all just clone projects, but I would say it's a good first step in the right direction, because if you can build all these clone projects, what makes you think you can't build your own project? You can build Spotify from scratch. Why can't you build anything you want? $1 billion company you can build from scratch. Why can't you build anything else that you want? Any ideas that you have, any clients' problems that you have, you can build it for them. Why not? Correct? So that's why I wanted to show you guys the end goal, and we work from the end goal, right? Instead of learning boring stuff like, okay, why do we need a loop? Why do we need a function? You see the end goal first. Then you break the problem down and you understand, okay, to solve this problem, we need a loop. Then it just sticks in your head a lot faster. And this is how I learned programming in the past. I got stuck in this thing called tutorial hell. I think you guys should know it as well. So tutorial hell is where you just keep going through YouTube videos on YouTube videos on YouTube videos or Udemy videos. You just keep going into a loop, watching videos and videos and videos and videos, right? When I ask you to actually do something, you actually get very lost. Something, oh shit, how do I do it? You don't want to do it. And in our course, you will face that feeling very, very fast. You're not going to drag 1 year before you feel that. You will probably feel that, you know, a few weeks in, you feel that already. You're like, oh shit. I think Hazim is probably facing that. Oh shit, I don't know how to proceed. And that's where you reach out to our mentors, and our mentors will help you with it. Okay? So this is basically just the overall progression. You learn coding fundamentals first. If you don't finish this, don't even think of going further, because a lot of people want to skip. Don't skip, please finish this first. Okay? Then we'll share with you access to the front end, and then you start building the back end side of things. And then you'll be building mobile app. And the beauty about backend is you build all these APIs, and you can actually integrate them in real time with your mobile app and also your front end web application. Okay, so you will be learning completely from scratch how to build all these things. It's going to be very fun. It's going to be very scary. I'm going to tell you this first, right? I can say that a lot of you here will feel very stressed out at some point. I want you to know that to not give up. Just don't give up. You will get there eventually. Like. You don't need to be a genius to do this. Trust me. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. So this is just something I won't go into the details, but I just wanted to include here. Just more like an FYI kind of thing. You're probably going to forget this after this, but I'll send you the slides and you can refer to it. This is what we will be covering. It's going to be very comprehensive. We are covering a lot of things. Like strict computer science theory stuff, we explicitly removed it for now. Okay. We will add it back in after you complete this. Once you go into the job preparation module, right, when you complete all of this, then that's where we throw in the computer science concepts, because by then it will make more sense to you, right? Understanding all the lower level stuff, it will make a lot more sense in the future. And those are things that the bigger tech companies will test you on. Okay, so yeah, but trust me, if you get your algorithms right, which is honestly, this part is the scariest part, this one, module 3 and module 4 over here. If you get this part right, which it's going to take a while, then everything else will be a breeze. Trust me. Okay. If you get, in fact, if you get just this part, get it done very, very, very well, right? You will be ready for internship ready. That's how important this part is, and a lot of people tend to skip this part. Okay, hey, Tara, I saw your message. No worries. Just come back later, and when we take our group picture, just on your camera lah. Thank you, Tara. Okay, let's move on. Any questions on this? On in terms of the course materials and all that? Okay, we can go into Q&A later. No worries. Okay, these are companies that are using the same tech stack as us. So the point why I'm including this is because I want you to look at all these very, very big multi-billion-dollar companies. We're using the same tech stack. So don't worry, you are in good hands. Some people are asking us, why don't you cover Python and blah, blah, blah. Guys, we can't cover everything, right? We choose the best, what can help you do things faster, better, get you those jobs. And these guys are using it. Come on, guys, right? It will be good enough. Don't worry. Like I said, get this thing right. If you get this right, you will learn Python in 1 week. If you get this right, you will learn anything in 1 week. So don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to skip the slides because we're getting near to the end of it, but you guys can watch this video. It's really running through you guys about how we do the online peer-to-peer kind of thing, how we can see how other students are online. I'm going to get my associate. His name is Jing Yong, very passionate guy. He's Chris's friend. Jing Yong will be running through you guys on how the Sigmaverse works. This is the one that maybe some of you have tried already. We have another internal version for our internal students only. So yeah, we will share more about that later on. And then this is our learning platform. You can watch this as well. Okay, I'm going to skip this because this is a bit messy. We did this a very long time ago. It's very, very messy. But the point that we're trying to make in this whole slide is to tell you that every single module, there's a leader, right? And the point here is that every team, there will be a leader as well. So we want to work on a network system where people learn with their friends, but when they need help, right, they don't go straight to the big boss. They start asking senior students first. Does that make sense? So that students still, you learn in the loop where student learn with student. And, you know, let's say Jasper is 3 months ahead of Eldridge, right? And Eldridge is like, hey, Jasper, can you teach me? And Jasper, he's 3 months ahead already. He should be good enough. If Jasper, you're not good enough to teach him, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Like, why are you so far in your module and you can't even solve this simple question, right? Something is wrong. Then Jasper, oh shit, something is wrong. I need to fix it, right? And if Jasper and Eldridge both cannot fix, find someone else or go to the big mentor. Then the big mentor will come and help you guys and fix those little problems that you have. That's the kind of system we work on, and that's how we feel real learning should happen. Not by someone, a teacher, 10 years experience, PhD guy, come and teach you how to write a book, right? Doesn't make sense. Wasting his time, wasting your time. Okay? And you're not learning, you're not cracking your head. Programming is cracking your head. Okay. So okay, let's continue. So that's the part. And yeah, later on we can talk about student success, talk about alumni. Alumni will be here to help you. Career coaches, all this, they'll be there. They are here, all part of the team to assist you. All right, there's a lot of stuff here, but I think one thing I just want to cover first will be number one, instructor workshops 2 times a week. This one will be on Monday, and another day we're still confirming. We're starting the second session in very soon. I think probably in 1 or 2 weeks from now. We're still very sorting out our office space first for now, and we're a bit busy, but it will be once a week first for now. Right, where you'll be, so we are splitting the workshops into 2 sections for coding fundamental students, which is all of you guys, the people who are still learning fundamentals, because even fundamentals itself, right, like I mentioned, if you look at this slide over here, this slide over here, I told you this is the most important part, and this is the part that gets very difficult. So we will be splitting this course itself into 2 meetups. All this is all once a week. Once you get there, we'll start those meetups. But for now, everyone is here first. Everyone here, they'll be split into 2 classes. Juniors will be learning all this. The introduction one. For those who are struggling with intros, they will join here. Because if you're struggling with this and to come here, you will struggle a lot. Okay, so here we split the session into 2. One will be more advanced, computational algorithm kind of thing where you are forced to crack your head on, right? And yeah, it doesn't matter if it takes you 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Everyone moves at a different pace, but fundamentally, once you crack it, you get it. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on. Okay. So that's that. Okay. That's what you call instructor workshops, where we have our internal instructor actually coaching you and coding along with you. That's that. Next thing I want to talk about is this thing. It's a new initiative we are starting this year. The very first session is going to be in February. I want all of you in KL. I'll invite all of you here. I want all of you to come. Okay, Eldridge and I think a few of the others will be there before you guys already. But all of you here will be invited for this once a week thing. Where what we do, right, it's very interesting. We will be bringing designers, coders, business people, and investors together in one day, build a startup together. It's freaking awesome, right? And that's what we really want to do. That's going to be damn hard because all of you are juniors. How the hell are juniors going to do that? That's where we bring in our senior developers to guide you guys. And you can hands-on, right? Live, everyone in person. It's like a hackathon. Live, everyone in person, code. You got a problem, solve it on the spot. right? No bullshit. That's it. I don't know how well it's gonna do. I'm being very honest here. It's our first time organizing it, but I'm very excited. And I hope you guys can be there. Grow this movement together with us and grow yourself as well together. Right? So this is the hackathon. Then we have jump starter hours. Okay, later on we have this concept called the jump starters. Jump starters are basically senior students that we think have potential. When I say potential, I don't mean that they are super rock star coders. I mean that they have the heart. They have the semangat. They want to really help others. They want to engage more. They want to make more friends. These are like student leaders kind of thing. So we have jump starter sessions almost every day. We've paused it in December, so we'll start it again this month. Jump starter sessions are where good potential high energy students are chosen to run like an office hour once every day with different students, where you guys can join those sessions and kind of ask him. So remember the analogy I gave just now with Jasper and Eldridge? So in that context, I was saying Jasper is the jump starter. And Eldridge will go to the jump starter and ask Jasper questions. And in most cases, if we choose Jasper to be a jump starter, he should be good enough to answer your questions. If cannot, then yeah, and then only go to the mentor, right? So this is the jump starter hours. It's really to give you more accountability, right? More opportunities to learn together and more networking chances as well. So that's that. Then Q&A with industry experts. This is we're going to invite industry experts. This will be somewhat combined with the Hustle Hub side of things, right? Where we invite CTOs and tech leaders or business leaders to come and share with you, right? Because maybe here I'm just one guy, Derek, telling you my experiences. Why not hear from many other people's opinions and make your own kind of learning and your own thinking process? Because one day you are all going to be senior developers, right? Better start now. Why not start now? Have your own opinion on things. Don't just follow blindly, right? Derek say this is good means no. Derek could be wrong, right? Understand what is. Of course, I don't think I'm wrong, but my point is understand different opinions. That makes you a better, more well-versed developer rather than a follower. Be a creator. Okay. Then study buddy. Okay, this is where those of you who are interested will be matching you to each other to be study buddies, where you guys it's really more of an accountability system. It's like imagine yourself going to the gym. Going to the gym yourself is very boring, but imagine if Chris and Hazim say, Hazim, Chris, every day 6 p.m. gym without fail. Hazim, I don't care how busy you are, come. I don't care how lazy you are, come. Right? It's more like an accountability thing. Semangat, right? Support each other. That's it. And at some point, one study buddy will go faster, and he may become a jump starter. Then you may have to change a new study buddy. So it's something that rotates. All right. And finally, this is a very important one because this one is where you get to schedule a call with any of our mentors. We currently have a list of around 20 mentors. You can schedule a call anytime with them if you need help, and they'll just try their best to help you. Okay. And this obviously this step comes only after you do this. You need to ask your jump starters first before you go to the mentors. Okay. So yeah, let's move on. Okay, I'm gonna skip this as well. I'm gonna skip this. We can go into Q&A later. Let's skip this. Okay. I want you guys to just quickly now join this. You know what? Maybe later on I can share you a link. But this is our WhatsApp community chat. It's still very new. We literally just started it. Not everyone is in it yet, so it's still quite dead. Come and join now. I'm gonna start promoting this a lot this year, so you can use your phone now, guys, to scan the WhatsApp one. Everyone's in there. Everyone will be in there. Everyone in our community will be in there. So it's good to get to know people. With friends, that kind of thing. I'll put this on for another 30 seconds. And for Mighty Network, this is for, I'll be creating a custom group for you guys. You guys will be the January 2023 group. I have created a group. Just submit a request to join and I'll prove it later. It's really for you guys to, it's your group. Okay, so I'll wait for another 20 seconds.
Something is wrong with the Mighty Network.
Oh, what does it say? Oh. Oh, it's weird. It's working on my side, but no worries. Basically, just go to For those of you who has any issues, just go to app.sigmaschool.co, okay, and go to groups. Go to here, right? So there's a lot of sections here. We have courses, we have groups and all that. Oh, I see, yeah, someone requested to join already. Go to groups, click here, okay. go to, so we have a lot of groups. Request to join this one, premium students. All of you are premium students. Okay, so request to join this one. And then get request to join this one as well. This will be a Q&A. All of your Q&A, throw it here. Then I'll get someone to answer. And this is good because this will allow us to have a repository of all the previously asked questions. And whenever you have questions, just ask in the lesson itself. Okay, request to join this as well. And then, wait, where is the January group? Oh, here you go. Here, January 2023. Just request to join it and we'll approve it later. And if you have any issues, just drop me or Jing Yong a text. Always ask questions to the Sigma School Mentor account. So we have 2 accounts that you can seek help from. So you have Sigma School. This is the admin account that I'm managing sometimes. Then we have another one. It's called the Mentor account, where I think you guys should reach out to that one, because that one we have an active staff managing it, right? That one will answer all your coding questions and whatever and whatnot. Okay. Okay. Look over here on this side. We have a few things. Schedule a call is where you can schedule a meeting with a mentor anytime at all. Anytime, just schedule a call with them when you need help. Of course, when you need help and when you tried your best, don't simply schedule, right? You'll be wasting everyone's time. Just try your best first. If really cannot, schedule a call. Then we have Tech Q&A. This is the group that I showed you just now, right? Join it and ask questions if you have any. This is the Sigmaverse, the colearn.sigmaschool.co. This is the wall that we have. Okay, it's all here. Then finally, what is this? Okay, this is I think, yeah, this is the one where we look out for people who with potential. So maybe some of you, after completing coding fundamentals, you got your JavaScript solid, right? And you're like, Derek, I want to continue learning, but I need to complement my lifestyle with some small income. Right? This is something that we can work on together, where we pay junior roles this one. So it's really more for you guys to apply if you guys are interested only, not compulsory at all. Okay. And yeah, that's it for that. So okay, let's move on. Okay, good practice is do not expect to be spoon-fed. No one's going to spoon-feed you here. We try our best to not spoon-feed. We deliberately will not spoon-feed you. We try our best. It's always easy to, hey, Derek, what is 1 + 1? Okay, I tell you 2. It's always easy to just give you the answer. But we try our best not to give you the answer. So don't get angry if you do that. It's for your own good. Then do not skip anything. Okay, a lot of people skip the boring stuff because they want to go into the fun stuff. I did that myself as well. I personally don't recommend that because there will be a lot of holes, which you will find out. Once you become a jump starter and people start asking you questions and you cannot answer, it's quite embarrassing. So you will be pressured, okay, I need to improve myself. Okay, so don't skip anything. Complete assignments, okay? You need to complete your work. Don't just, at some point, we will force you to complete things because we don't want to just make it like a video course, like a Udemy course, just watch and call it a day, right? Everyone can get a cert, right? For us, yeah, sure. You can watch here. You can go to Free Code Camp. You can go to Code Academy. You can do Harvard CS50. I don't care where you learn. If you can complete the projects, I would say you're good enough. Okay, and that's why you need to do all these projects. Then finally, dedicate time. Nothing good is going to happen if you don't put in time. That's the realities of things, right? If you're hoping to suddenly become a developer after 1 year of joining this program, it's not going to happen. You need to put in the time. Nothing can replace time and effort. It's like going to the gym, right? You don't go to the gym, you're not going to get buff. I don't care if you pay for fitness first for 5 years. I don't care. If you don't go to the gym, you're not going to get buff. Same concept. Never give up. This is easier said than done. I personally give up 7 times throughout my 8 months. So you know how crazy that was, right? Don't give up. I would say don't give up. Maybe you can pause a little bit to focus on other things, but never give up. Never say things like coding is not for me. Never say that, because you never know until you break through that level, right? Once you break through, it's so simple. Then learn to ask good questions, obviously. Okay, don't ask. Okay, this one is something that, how do you define stupid questions, right? Just ask questions. Any questions is fine, but learn to ask it in a way where it's easier to answer. Okay, we do have a guide for that. Throughout the course, you will see it, how to ask questions. We have a full article on that. Okay, so this is our team operations. That's me, Derek. That's my business partner, Ming. We've been working together for the past 3 years. Just building a lot of software, just building software non-stop. Then we got Jing Yong, who is managing most of the day-to-day. He will be organizing another call with you guys to walk you guys through on the online learning platform. Jing Yong has been really helpful. He's like one of you guys. He was a student many months ago, and now he told me he chose the path of being a business. He wants to be a business person who is very good with tech. And that's why I onboarded him, because he doesn't want to just do coding. He wants to do coding mixed with something awesome, right? So that's why I always ask you guys, right? You guys want to be coders, want to do business with coding, or what, right? So everyone has a different goal, and I always try to see how I can work something out with you guys. Then Leanne is very helpful. I'm sure if you guys have seen our social media, she's on there. And Leanne is from Sabah as well. I think she's from Sabah. So anyone of you in Sabah, meet up with her anytime, right? Okay, move on. Module leaders. These are our module leaders. We have our backend guy, our coding fundamentals, front end, Arwin from Cloud Engineer, Microsoft. These guys, they are all going to be managing the course curriculum. Shahidan, who's working on a lot of the software projects that we're doing now, doing mobile app, right? So amazing. You guys will be having a good time. They will be assisting you. But if these guys are the guys who created the course. But if you have any questions, you always go to the course first, right? So yeah, these guys will show up for our events and all that. So don't worry, you will be meeting them. All very, very good dynamic developers. And a lot of them are self-taught. I think most of them here are self-taught, except Danish. No, Danish had from computer science degree. Pavi also computer science degree. Okay, wait. Okay, and this will be other mentors that we have, right? With a lot of experience in the field as well. We can speak to them, schedule a call with them. Later on, we will upload a link where you can just schedule a call with them anytime you need help, right? Of course, depending on their specialty, right? Like this guy, he's a professional in data, SQL, that kind of thing. So don't go and ask him about front end stuff. It doesn't make sense, right? Like this guy's a mobile app guy. Of course, he does everything, but focus on his specialties. So yeah, we will send you a list later of all of them and their information and how do you schedule a call with them. And yep, I think we're reaching to an end. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Okay, that's the only thing stopping you from success. Your own personal belief. That's all I can say. If you believe you can be a millionaire, you'll be a millionaire. Just have that belief. And so they did it. So can you? These are a lot of our past students. Some of them, turn accounting student, turn software developer, student turn software developer, backend developer, freelancers, IT project managers, front-end developers, everything. So they did it. They were just like you. If they can do it, you can too. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of effort, matter of not giving up. And hopefully one of these days, and I can start working with you guys like these guys. I can put your faces here. That's what I want to do. That's my goal. I want as many of your faces over here, right? And I can't put your faces here if you don't complete the course, if you don't succeed. So trust me, I want you guys to succeed as much as you want to succeed. Just don't give up. If you give up, I can't help you. Don't give up. I'm always going to be here. The team is here. Don't give up. Okay. I understand with life issues, things like, oh, I got no money. I feel very stressed out. That kind of things, understand. I've been there, done that. Understand. So I will always find a way to see how I can maybe help you guys a little bit here and there. Depending on the situation, talk to me. Always talk to me. All right. Okay, final slide. This is the thing that I was talking about just now. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're not too stupid. You're not too dumb. Okay. The only one thing determines your success: grit and determination. If you guys don't know what grit is, go and watch this. Just Google grit on YouTube, right? And you will see there's a very good video by Angela Duckworth. She's a PhD from Harvard or something like that. She did a lot of research on grit. She said that the only thing that separates successful people and non-successful people is not a PhD, it's not a fancy family background, it's grit. If you have this, you can be successful in anything you do in life. That's why why am I telling you all this, right? Isn't this a coding school? Why am I telling you about grit? I want you guys to know that Sigma School is not just about coding. We focus a lot on personal development as well, right? That's why I want to always know what are your goals. If your goals is to be a businessman, okay, talk to me. Your goal, I'm not saying I'm the best businessman in the world, but I want to understand what is the exact pain point. It's not just a school for coding. It's about a school for learning how to learn. That's the important part, right? So yeah, I think that's all for now. I will let's take a group photo, guys. Then we can open up to Q&A after we do this. Too bad. What's Tara? Okay, Tara is here. Luckily, Tara is here. Okay, just give me a second. Okay. Bad Cindy can't on her camera, but it's okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more with maybe a bit more of a, hand gestures and all that. Thumbs up, something like that. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Yeah, Cindy will be Patrick lah. Okay. Need a SpongeBob also. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna now. We're at the end of the session. It's 10:07, so we're a bit late already. But thank you so much for spending your Friday nights. I'm sure all of you have your own plans. Don't know what the hell you're skipping today to join this. So I think that's a good step, right? Giving up plans to join this on a Friday night. I appreciate it, guys, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Let's do a Q&A now. Short one. Go ahead. Write down your questions I can answer. Just write in the comments or just unmute yourself. Let's keep it conversational. I'll take a few. Anything. Even unrelated to the course or anything. Let's talk.
Derek,
Yeah.
can I? I'm curious about the hacker. Do you know hacker? Because I once get an interview from Petronas, that handled by hacker. So when I found a Sigma School also associate with the hacker team. So hacker team is related to you,
Which one? Hatcher Plus, is it?
Hacker. Do you know?
What hacker?
It's
Hacker
like
Collective?
Hacker Collective, yes.
Uh-huh.
So I once get an interview from Petronas to do the coding. That the coding itself is handled by hacker. Is that
it?
from you?
No, I don't think so.
Oh
we
yeah.
we
Okay.
run Hacker Collective, but I don't remember us running any Petronas interviews.
Oh okay. Okay, just asking.
But I would love to find out more about it. So maybe you can find out the name and let me know. I would love to find out more.
All right. Okay.
What else? I love this part. Everyone is just staring into each other. Can do this all day. No, guys, come on. Just anything, right?
Yeah,
Yep. Ara, please.
I just asked how this course works for part-timers because I took it as a part-time.
Yeah. So part-timers, we will be matching you primarily. So later on, when Jingo onboards you guys, he will get you guys to fill up a form that talks about your commitment levels. He will be matching you to someone similar to yourself. Then you just learn on your own pace, that kind of thing.
All right.
Okay, and oh, I think my connection is breaking off. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so just learn on your own pace and join the sessions at night, the compulsory sessions, the Monday sessions, those, right? The Monday ones, like I said, the coding fundamentals, there are two parts. The second one, right, which is the Monday one, you will be confused, okay? But I will still want you to join, even if it means you'll be confused. Just join, because then you can see, okay, this is what you're going to be covering a few months from now. And then the junior ones, we will be starting that very soon now. I'll inform you guys. Okay, guys. So I think that's all for now. Jasper, do you say something?
Yeah, just a very simple question. I've been doing the coding basics. So if I starting to do this, then I can just skip. So just start with the fundamental.
Correct. You can just skip it if you want to. But I would say don't skip it. Why not just do it? Very fast one. It's just a few days. Finish it lah.
Oh, okay. Okay, Ken.
Okay, so thank you very much, guys. It's 10:11. Don't want to take too much of your time from your beautiful Friday night. Have a good rest, right? Don't rush it, guys. It's not a sprint. Remember, it's a marathon. Take it slow and steady as long as you don't give up. That's the only thing. All right. Thank you. My pleasure again working with you guys. I hope I will invite all of you to our first event, our Hustle Hub event. Let me get my office and all of that sorted first. It's very busy new year, but we have big plans. And if any one of you wants to help us grow the movement in any means, do let me know. We're working with universities. We're working with tuition centers. We're going everywhere. We're doing a lot of stuff now, and we need help. And who best to find help from if not people who knows your vision, who trusted you with it. You guys trusted me with your money, trusted me with your time, right? I think you guys are the best people to understand my vision, right? So okay. So thank you guys again. Thank you so much. Blessed to have you guys on board. Let's do this and keep in touch. I'll see you guys soon. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye bye. Bye.
Good night.